the Miami Dolphins and the Washington Commanders on Monday.
Joey Slye to kick off for the Commanders.
The veteran Joey Slye set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback, now in his 4th NFL season, Gtowncapp.
Injuries overshadowed a great season from Tua last season. He led a Miami passing game that was one of the best in the league, and even more importantly, took them to the postseason for the first time in 6 years. That jump they were looking for from him, it absolutely occurred.
Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the rookie 3rd-round pick, it's Devon Achane. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. A handoff running left is Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Here's 2nd and 10. In motion, Hill. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Raheem Mostert, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his 2nd NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
Howell got the nod from Commanders leadership to be the team starter this year. A nice bump for last year's 5th-round pick. 1 start as a rookie and didn't look bad at all winning the team's finale. And let's not forget, this is a guy who was once viewed as a 1st-round pick. So there's plenty of promise hidden beneath the surface.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 21. Here's Gibson to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run. Second and 9 now from the 21.
Powell. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0.
Commanders, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 3. In motion left goes a tight end. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, and go for a touchdown, the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Hey, check that.
Samuel in motion. On third down, here's Gibson. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Once more, Gibson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A give to Gibson running right. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. They'll run with Gibson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll try the left side with Gibson. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Straight ahead, Gibson. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Let's go get it now.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game. Take the points when they're there. And put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Mostert. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 117 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Out of the gun down, here's Tua. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. No. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. A-Chain on 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
In motion, Hill.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Corner, low. Hey.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced them to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Dolphins. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Commanders 3. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The Commanders back out late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Let's go. Panther 60, Panther 70 range, 70 range. 18 rattle.
First down, Howell to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Howell to throw on second down. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Tressway on fourth down is sent out to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Hill on the return. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And, we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for Washington.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
Second down throw for Howell. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're going to speed things up here.
Curtis Samuel. A gain of 9 brings up
Gibson here running out of the gun. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Still just a third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Howell going to go for it. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
Washington Commanders. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Howell. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And Howell will throw it. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
First and goal.
Back to throw, Howell. eluding the pressure right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Sam Howell, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it makes the score 21-10. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On second down, Tua. This one to the former Robbie Anderson, now Robbie Chosen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A handoff running left is Mostert. Down to about the 45.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Second down and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 45 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Commanders 10. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring
third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down, so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
A give running right, Gibson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Howell from the gun. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Howell throwing on third down here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. In motion, Hill. They'll run right side with Mostert. Now, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 142 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
21G.
Here's Tua. That's into the hands of Chosen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Now it's 2nd and 10.
32 stand.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Buying time to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
And that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button. Start.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Second down at the 44-yard line.
Hey, come on, two. Come on, two. Come on, two. Yeah.
In motion, Hill.
Hey.
Throwing on second and long. Tua getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And he gets it down to the 32.
Complete to Raheem Mostert. It's a gain of 11. And it's
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Third down and 10. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch it, Oscar.
Tua going to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
He's going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throwing here, Howell. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Cam Smith. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. That one looks like he'll throw here. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Second down and 6 now. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This one from 35 yards away. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here we go on the next drive for Washington. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Let's go.
The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Powell. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Powell, and unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Out.
From the gun, it's Tua. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Jason Sanders for the Dolphin field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere,
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some...
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now, Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys he catches passes with it. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
In motion, Hill. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Tua to throw right away. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. In motion, Hill. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Man, I wonder if someone's getting their chicken in the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, this guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They run with the second-year man, Isaiah Pacheco.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The 4-3 defense there did its job, funneled things right to the middle linebacker.
If they do a nice job of playing team defense, everyone takes care of their responsibilities. That allows that guy in the middle to do his job, which is search and destroy.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. 2nd and 10. In motion left, Hardman. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Holding offense.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
So Miami coming out for their second drive.
Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bit a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. In motion, Hill. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. And his throw is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Flushed out right. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Hardman on the return. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring it.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
Now Patrick going to change the play.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
Hey, Ripley. Hey, 43, 15.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
They'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? One of the tight ends comes in motion.
Here's Pacheco.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it.
Attack! 15. Yellow. Hey, yellow. Hey, go. 15. Yellow.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Fights through and now a crease. And good power running, but he's still going to be about a yard short. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. In motion, Hill. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, it's gutsy to go for it in the red zone. The problem there is they were in their own red zone. Why in the world did they do that?
They must have thought they had the exact play call that they needed to go a big way. And I'm still not even buying that one. I'm reaching on
You're
that
searching.
one. Actually reaching. But I do know this. On the other side of the field, that coaching staff was screaming at their defense, if you don't handle this one right here, this is a great opportunity for us. Take it away, guys. And they did.
And now excellent field position. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
4 yards to go on second down from the 7.
At the 7-yard line.
15. Hey, 57.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Yellow. Attack.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead grows to 10-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. Dolphins offense returning to the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. In motion, Hill. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball. Whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback, you have a much better opportunity.
In motion left, Hardman.
43.
Here's Pacheco headed right.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 36-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelce. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talk to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins offense heading back out. And he's had his struggles here early with a couple of interceptions as he'll try to refocus with a 1st and 10 to start this drive.
In motion, Hill. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Tua now on first down. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 61 yards. And the Dolphins
Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. KC's offense ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. Takes it to about the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Mahomes now to throw. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So now 1st and 10 as they crossed into Miami territory at the 34. In motion left, Hardman. On 1st down, Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Travis Kelce on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game is going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing is working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Watch it, Oscar.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Tua sets up to pass it. And going deep for Hill. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards. And the Dolphins get a bit closer.
He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone.
And out come the Chiefs now. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Yellow, yellow. Hey, yellow. Go. 15.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Game. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Mahomes going to throw.
He'll complete this one to Watson.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now they're in the hurry-up.
17 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Mahomes now on first down.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the turnover, it's Tua.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Two are going to try and go quickly here.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Now here's Johnson.
And the Chiefs are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossen. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a first and goal.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
All right. Hey, 43, 15. Yellow. 15. Hey, 57. I don't need to.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And just shutting him off there. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a apologies to coach. Cut him short. We'll talk to him post-game. We got business to get down to. Third quarter action ready to go. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Valdez-Scantling in motion right.
Attack.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Flush to his right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and
And they'll
7.
send Watson in motion right. Now here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 59 yards. And the Chiefs are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books, because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
Tua now on first down. This one to the former Robbie Anderson, now Robbie Chosen. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 43 yards. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive, because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
In motion left, Hardman. A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. In motion right, that's Hardman.
Hey, 43, 15.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He was taken down by Campbell Smith. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Here is 3rd and 5.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That is pulled in by a diving Kelsey. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
It must be something about the night air, because he is putting on an absolute show under the light.
Yeah, we've established anything in his vicinity, he's grabbing it.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
In motion left goes Watson.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
In motion left goes Watson.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And that flag accepted.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
15. Hey, 57. Fight on these two. 15.
To throw, it's Mahomes. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A 39-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. In motion, Hill. Here's Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. In motion, Hill. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That's caught by Chosen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. In motion, Hill. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll.
Chris Jones, the All-Pro, in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 51 yards.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
The has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Mahomes finding his burner Hardman for the KC first.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, no one wants to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Another try from the 19, 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Bradley Chubb, his 2nd sack of the night.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
43! 43! Hey, 43! Hey, 15, 15, 15! Attack, attack!
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Big kick right there to give him the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Tyreek Hill set to return it. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 2. A minute 46 to go. Now their lead is evaporated, but they still have a shot on 1st down. Throwing Tua. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Tua. He's got it complete to Waddle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Nice little juke. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Come on, 3, kick.
Now Tua. On first down, they go with Mostert again.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Here's 2nd down. Tua. Here's a toss play right to Mostert.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to put an end to a wild Monday night. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. It's the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints under the lights on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Tonight we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis here at the Superdome. But Charles, these Saints, after a good run from 2017 to 2020, have kind of been middle of the pack the last couple of years, 7-10 a season ago. What's their recipe for turning things around?
I think continuing the short passing game that they're known for and see if some of their playmakers can make some short passes into longer plays. And then on defense, continuing to pressure quarterbacks in the pocket. They tend to get after them pretty hard.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Dolphins, we know about the weapons on offense on the perimeter. But you think this is a team, Charles, that needs to step it up defensively to go to the next level?
I do, and they have the pieces in place. They have excellent players. Perhaps the new system that's been brought in will give them that edge that they need in the AFC East.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from the Superdome.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here come the Saints to take over for the first time. And here's the new man under center after 9 seasons as a Raider. Derek Carr is the guy.
It's going to take some time to adjust to seeing Carr running out in a new uniform instead of black and silver. It's black and gold. 35,000 yards and over 200 touchdowns with the Raiders. The Saints more than willing to let him air it out all game long to a talented group of pass catchers in the Big Easy.
In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 8.
White. 734. What's up?
A 1,000-yard rusher for the first time last year. This is Jamal Williams. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, we're good.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. First and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They get 1 yard back there to make it second and 14.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On play action, it's Carr.
There's Chris Olave.
completion good for 14 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he is going to have a Saints first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Coming left is Kamara. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From midfield, here's Carr.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their 36-yard line.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Inside the 10.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
64 yards.
And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara.
Holding offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Carr. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now Carr. And that is caught downfield by Thomas.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
As my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Now some confusion offensively here as Carr's going to signal for a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Carr. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Now Hill to return it.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So Miami coming out for their second drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
20 TX.
2 and now on first down. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run right side with Mostert. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So here's a 3rd and 14. In motion, Hill. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. Going to move the football. What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there, waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. This one taken in by Olave. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. This one to the former Robbie Anderson, now Robbie Chosen. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. In motion, Hill. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
In motion, Hill. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
In motion, Hill. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Here's Tua. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Dolphins. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. A good running there by Kamara on first down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. With a touchback, the Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
93 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Now Tua. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 42 yards.
And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of see them giving up this lead.
This is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from the Superdome.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Dolphins take the field with Gtowncapp, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. In motion, Hill. Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now the rookie third-round pick, it's Devon Achane.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Tua sets up to pass it.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
56 yards.
And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. They'll be led out by one of the most productive QBs in the last decade. It's year 10 for the Fresno Stater now. Here's Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Carr. Olave holds it in. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
2nd and 9.
On play action, now Carr. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Carr now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Here comes the Saints punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Watch out for Hill on the return. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Making the catch, the running back, Raheem Mostert.
And off the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
He'll find Shaheed out to the right.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
93. 93. 29. 29.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Let's ride out. Let's ride out. Let's get something wrong. This is where you step up. Right here, baby. Now.
3rd and 2.
180. 180. We're good. We're good. What's up?
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it here.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Dolphins offense returning to the field.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
After the turnover, it's Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain.
And he's taken down inside the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
In motion, Hill. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Tua going to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 28 yards. Mostert. And he is out of bounds here. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Again, it's Mostert. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to run with it. And the fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
At the 31-yard line.
Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Let's go.
They run it again with Kamara. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got those guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Offense.
That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
What down? Go Chief. Kill. 734. That's up.
To throw, it's Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Looking for Thomas, he's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 17 yards out.
And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
He'll going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And here comes Raheem Mostert and the Miami offense.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
In motion, Hill.
20, TX.
2 and now on first down. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
2. In motion, Hill. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Carr now on 1st down. He completes it to Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 26 big yards on that one, and it's another 1st down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a 1st down.
Now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Carr. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Carr. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. His throw incomplete.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
2nd and 10.
Watch it, Oscar. Hey, 21, 8.
Looking to pass. Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. This is taken around the 12. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they can't bring him down. Fighting through, and he's got space. Alvin Kamara. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100.
Right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you, too, in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was Raheem Mostert, the veteran, who did some damage in that first half. He accounted for 3 touchdowns overall, 1 on the ground and 2 in the passing game, as his all-around skills were on display in those first 2 quarters. Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Carr. Forced out to his left. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Carr can be in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And taken down just shy of the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw with Carr. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Delay of game, offense.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here of the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Well, they held them to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
This is 2nd and 8. In motion, Hill. On 2nd down, Tua. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
from the gun, a run with Mostert. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Sanders' kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Brian Brzee, a first-round pick there on the stop.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Tua sets up to pass it. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Play action. Now it's Carr. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Tua now on 1st down. And that's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And good running, going to get this down close to a 1st at the Saints 37. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
32 Stinger.
Tua going to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
In motion, Hill. Tua on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Saints will have the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
My, oh, my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
Under pressure, they got him again. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Carr, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Tua. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Let's go. 21G.
Going for it. Here's Tua with it. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And quickly they get to the line. In motion, Hill. Tua now on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Solo left Zion. Hey.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. After the sack, they come up on 3rd and goal from the 18.
Watch it, Oscar. Hey, 21 T.
They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 24.
Saints 14. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Carr again here on 2nd and 10.
He gets it complete to A.T. Perry.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly. And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
After the turnover, it's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hey, number one. 20, TX.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time, because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive.
And my goodness, another interception. Brandon Jones picking it off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
21G, 21G.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again. Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
He completes it to Olave. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
93.
To throw, it's Carr. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to.
But like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And they're going to speed things up here.
2nd down, here's Mostert again.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
They'll run the toss to Mostert.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire.